Before she became a star, Darci Lynne was simply a shy girl growing up in Oklahoma City with big dreams and a quiet personality. Millions of people later discovered her incredible talent on America's Got Talent, where she amazed audiences with her singing, humor, and unforgettable puppets. But the real story behind her success is much deeper than television applause and standing ovations. Darci's journey was built on courage, patience, and determination. As a child, she struggled with intense shyness and often found it difficult to speak confidently around others. Performing did not come naturally to her at first. Yet through ventriloquism, she slowly found a way to express herself and connect with people. Her story is inspiring because it reminds us that confidence is not something people are born with. Sometimes it is created through fear, practice, and persistence. Behind every successful performance was a young girl learning how to believe in herself one step at a time. Growing up in Oklahoma, Darci Lynne was born on October 12, 2004, and raised in a loving family in Oklahoma City. Her parents, Clark and Misty Farmer, supported her dreams from a very young age and encouraged her to explore her creativity. Even though she grew up in a warm and supportive home, Darci often struggled in social situations because of her extreme shyness. She was the kind of child who avoided attention and preferred staying quiet in unfamiliar settings. Meeting new people made her nervous, and speaking in front of crowds felt almost impossible. Her parents noticed that her confidence was holding her back, so they searched for activities that could help her become more comfortable expressing herself. Like many children, Darci loved music and entertainment, but nobody could have imagined how far her talent would eventually take her. Her early years were not filled with fame or cameras. Instead, they were filled with small personal battles that most people never saw. Those experiences shaped her character and helped create the determination that later became one of her greatest strengths. Long before television audiences knew her name, Darci was already learning how to overcome fear in her everyday life, discovering the magic of ventriloquism. Everything changed for Darci when she discovered ventriloquism at a young age. Watching performers bring puppets to life fascinated her in a way nothing else had before. She realized that speaking through a puppet somehow made her feel safer and more confident. Instead of being afraid of attention, she could focus on creating characters and entertaining people. For her 10th birthday, her parents gave her a puppet after seeing how interested she had become in the art form. That simple gift ended up changing her entire future. Darci spent countless hours practicing in front of mirrors, carefully learning how to move her mouth less while making the puppet appear alive. She worked on voices, timing, singing, and stage presence with incredible dedication for someone so young. While many children quickly lose interest in hobbies, Darci became fully committed to improving every day. Ventriloquism gave her something more important than talent. It gave her confidence. Through her puppet characters, she found a voice she struggled to use in real life. The stage slowly became a place where she felt free instead of afraid. What started as a way to overcome shyness soon turned into a remarkable passion that would completely transform her life. Small competitions and big dreams. Long before national television fame arrived, Darci worked hard in local talent competitions across Oklahoma. These smaller events helped her gain experience and become comfortable performing in front of larger crowds. One of her early successes came during a local competition called Edmonds Got Talent, where her performance impressed both judges and audiences. Winning against competitors of different ages gave her confidence and proved that her unique style could truly connect with people. Each performance became an opportunity to improve her skills and grow stronger as an entertainer. She practiced constantly, refining her singing, comedy, and ventriloquism routines until they felt natural and polished. During this period, Darci also received guidance from professional ventriloquists who recognized her potential and encouraged her to keep developing her talent. Their advice helped her understand the technical side of performing while also teaching her how to connect emotionally with audiences. These local victories may not have made national headlines, but they were incredibly important in shaping her future. Every small stage prepared her for something bigger ahead. More importantly, every performance helped transform a shy young girl into someone capable of standing confidently in front of thousands of people. Her dream was slowly becoming real, one performance at a time. The moment America discovered her. When Darci auditioned for America's Got Talent in 2017, very few people knew who she was. That changed almost instantly after her unforgettable performance. Standing on one of the biggest stages in entertainment at only 12 years old, Darci introduced audiences to her puppet Petunia while singing with incredible skill and confidence. The judges were amazed, and the crowd erupted into applause before the performance even ended. Her audition quickly became one of the most watched moments in the show's history. What made Darci special was not just her technical talent, it was the warmth, charm, and personality she brought to the stage. Audiences connected with her because she seemed genuine and joyful while performing. Week after week, she continued delivering memorable routines that combined humor, singing, and ventriloquism in a way people had rarely seen before. Her performances brought families together and created excitement across social media and television. By the time the finale arrived, millions of viewers believed she deserved to win. When she was finally announced as the champion, it felt like the beginning of a completely new chapter in her life. Overnight, Darci Lynne became one of the most recognizable young entertainers in America. Fame arriving faster than expected, winning America's Got Talent changed Darci's life in ways no 12-year-old could fully prepare for. Suddenly, she was traveling across the country, appearing on television shows, meeting fans, and performing for sold-out audiences. Her social media following exploded, and reporters wanted interviews everywhere she went. While the opportunities were exciting, the sudden attention also brought pressure and stress. Darci had spent years trying to overcome shyness, and now she was expected to constantly appear confident in front of millions of people. Fame moved faster than normal life could adjust. Returning to school after becoming famous felt uncomfortable because classmates and strangers recognized her everywhere. Eventually, she switched to homeschooling to better balance her education and career. Even with all the success around her, Darci still tried to maintain a normal teenage life with her family in Oklahoma. Her parents worked hard to protect her from becoming overwhelmed by the entertainment industry. Behind the bright lights and applause, there were moments of exhaustion, nervousness, and self-doubt. Fame often looks glamorous from the outside, but for someone so young, it also meant sacrificing privacy and learning how to grow up in public. Darci handled those challenges with remarkable maturity and determination, staying grounded through success. One reason so many people admire Darci Lynne is because success never completely changed her personality. Despite becoming famous at a young age, she continued speaking warmly about her family, hometown, and appreciation for her supporters. Many child stars struggle with the pressure of public attention, but Darci remained focused on staying connected to the people and values that shaped her before fame arrived. Her parents played an important role in helping her remain balanced while managing a busy career. They encouraged her to continue growing as a person instead of allowing fame to define her entire identity. Darci also understood that audiences loved her not only because of her talent but because she seemed genuine and relatable. She often spoke about how nervous she still felt before performances, reminding fans that confidence is something people continue building over time. As she matured, she began exploring other creative interests like songwriting and music while still honoring the ventriloquism that introduced her to the world. That balance between growth and gratitude became one of the strongest parts of her journey. Even after winning one of television's biggest competitions, Darci continued approaching her career with humility, kindness, and the same hardworking spirit that helped her succeed in the beginning, growing beyond the puppet stage. As Darci became older, she started exploring new artistic directions outside traditional ventriloquism. While her puppets remained beloved by fans, she also wanted audiences to see her as a singer, songwriter, and performer capable of more than one style of entertainment. This transition was not always easy because many people strongly connected her identity to the puppet characters she created as a child. However, Darci understood that growth is a natural part of life and creativity. She began performing more original music and experimenting with different stage styles that reflected her maturity and evolving interests. Some longtime fans were surprised by these changes, but many admired her willingness to step outside her comfort zone again. It takes courage to evolve publicly while millions of people compare you to earlier versions of yourself. Darci's journey shows how difficult it can be for young stars to grow up while audiences expect them to remain the same forever. Instead of staying trapped by expectations, she chose to keep learning and developing her talents. Her willingness to change demonstrated confidence and independence. She proved that success is not only about repeating what already works. Sometimes true growth happens when people trust themselves enough to try something new. Inspiring young performers. Everywhere Darci Lynne's success inspired many young performers who struggled with insecurity, fear, or self-doubt. Children who once felt too shy to sing, speak, or perform publicly began seeing themselves in her story. Parents also admired the positive message behind her journey because it showed that confidence can develop over time with patience and support. Through interviews and performances, Darci often encouraged young people to pursue their passions even if they felt nervous or different from others. Her rise to fame also helped introduce ventriloquism to a new generation of viewers who had never seriously paid attention to the art form before. Suddenly, young entertainers across the country became interested in puppetry and stage performance because of her influence. Beyond talent, what truly connected people to Darci was her honesty. She never pretended to be fearless or perfect. Instead, she openly acknowledged the challenges that came with performing and growing up in public. That authenticity made her journey feel real and relatable. In a world where many celebrities appear distant or carefully polished, Darci's story stood out because it felt human. She reminded audiences that success is not about being fearless, it is about continuing forward even when fear exists. That message continues inspiring fans around the world today. A journey still being written today, Darci Lynne continues building her career while exploring new opportunities in entertainment and music. Although millions first discovered her as the talented girl with singing puppets, she has grown into a confident young artist with ambitions far beyond one television competition. Her story remains inspiring because it reflects both achievement and personal growth. Darci's journey reminds people that success rarely happens overnight, even when it appears that way on television. Behind every standing ovation were years of practice, moments of fear, and countless challenges she quietly worked to overcome. She transformed the very thing that once made her feel invisible, her shyness, into the motivation that pushed her toward greatness. That transformation is what makes her story memorable, long after the applause fades. Fans continue supporting her because they have watched her grow from a nervous child performer into a mature and creative young woman determined to follow her own path. No matter where her career leads next, Darci Lynne has already left a lasting impact on entertainment and on the people inspired by her courage. Her story proves that sometimes the quietest voices can eventually become the loudest inspiration of all.